there, Lake County Library. This is Christy Lewis from the Lakeport branch, and today we're going to be talking about a book haul of brand new books. Very exciting stuff. So before I get to that, I just want to let you know that all of the books that I mentioned in this video, their titles and author names are in the description down below, so you can just copy and paste them directly into our library catalog. Our online catalog is a place where you can actually order books to the library of your choice for free with the use of your Lake County Library card. So definitely check that out. There's oftentimes ebook or audiobook editions that you can just download straight to your Kindle for free. Again, all those for free, as well as magazines, and there's really cool like crafting classes and job resources and things like that. So definitely check out our website. It's full of really amazing stuff just for you guys. Whatever your need is, we probably can help you with it. So definitely check that out. And without further ado, let's jump into the book haul. So our first book that we're talking about today is The Cliff's Edge by Charles Todd. And this is book 13 of 13 in the Bess Crawford Mysteries, which is a #1 bestseller in historical World War I fiction. In the aftermath of World War I, a terrible accident brings Bess to isolated Scarfdale and the Neville family, where one man has been killed and another has been gravely injured. So the police are asking questions, and Bess has been drawn into the fray quickly as two once close families take sides over the issue, and they're forced to remain in the same house until the inquest is complete. So Bess is trying to kind of police the situation a little bit. When another tragedy strikes and arrests are imminent, Bess is unaware of how these events will change the lives of those she loves most. Initially, it doesn't seem to be really connected to her in any way, but apparently by the end it does become connected to her. The Cliff's Edge was published by William Morrow in 2022, and it's also available on ebook, audiobook, and playaway and large type. Next, we have Spy Family by Tatsuya Endo, and volume 9 of this has just come out, and our library has access to it now if you'd like to order it. And this series is a #1 bestseller in action and adventure manga. It's following a family, it's like a fake family with a spy, an assassin, and a telepath who can read the minds of the two others. And it's quite funny. I've read the first volume of this. Master Spy Twilight is unparalleled when it comes to going undercover or on dangerous missions for the betterment of the world. But he receives the ultimate assignment to get married and have a kid, and finds he may be over his head in this situation. So the dad of this family, this fake family, is a spy, and the mom is an assassin, and the child is a telepath who can read both of their minds. So she knows what's going on, but the parents do not know about the other parents' jobs, and they don't know that the child is a telepath. So the humor is very good and cute, and I know that this is just exploding in popularity overseas as well as in America. So that was Spy Family by Tatsuya Endo, and it was published by Viz Media LLC in 2023, and it's also available on ebook, most of the series. Next, we have The Last Kingdom by Steve Barry, which is a #1 bestseller in historical thrillers, and it's book 17 of 17 in the Cotton Malone series. King Ludwig II of Bavaria was an enigmatic figure, eccentric to the point of madness. In the years before he died, Ludwig engaged in a worldwide search for a new kingdom where he could retreat into and rule as he wished. And now, centuries later, the question remains, did he succeed? In a race across Bavaria for clues hidden in Ludwig's 3 fairy tale castles, Neuschwanstein, Linderhof, and another one that starts with an H, and I don't know how you pronounce it, Cotton Malone and his protege, Luke Daniels, are battling an ever-growing list of deadly adversaries, all intent on finding the last kingdom, and those adversaries include, I think it was talking about America and China, and so there's a lot of international stakes in answering this historical question, which is why I guess it's a historical thriller. So The Last Kingdom is available on ebook and audiobook, and it was published by Grand Central Publishing in 2023. Next, we have A Day of Fallen Night by Samantha Shannon, and this is part of the Roots of Chaos, which is a 2-book prequel series to The Priory of the Orange Tree, and it was editor's pick for Best Science Fiction and Fantasy, and it was a New York Times bestseller. So Day of Fallen Night follows 4 women, and in the summary of this book, the description of this book, you can just feel that there's like a whole lot of history and story and world building because some things in the summary kind of remain unexplained and you just kind of have to make inferences because there was no room to explain them in depth. One of the women being followed in this book is Tanuva Malim, who is a sister of the Priory. And for 50 years, Tanuva has trained to slay worms, which I'm guessing are dragons, but I don't really know because it doesn't say. But no worms have appeared since the Nameless One, who must be a worm in that fantasy world's history. And the younger generation is starting to question the Priory's purpose. If there's no worms to fight, why are we training up these worm fighters, basically? To the north of Tanuva Malim's Priory area, wherever that is, we have in the Queendom of Innis, Sabrin the Ambitious, who has married the new king of Hrath, which has narrowly saved both of their kingdoms from ruin. Their daughter Glorian trails in their shadow, exactly where she wants to be. The dragons of the East have been asleep for centuries, so now we're in the East, and we're following Dumai in this storyline. And Dumai has spent her life in a Sikanese mountain temple trying to wake the gods from their long slumber. I don't know who these gods are. Are they the worms? Are they the dragons? Like some other... I don't know what the religious system is like here, so... Maybe because this is a prequel series, you would kind of know all of this stuff going into it if you've read the series that come later in time but were published earlier. So if you've read A Priory of the Orange Tree, you might know what some of these things are. But now someone from Dumai's mother's past is coming to upend her life. And when the Dread Mount erupts, what is the Dread Mount? I don't know. Is it a volcano? I don't know. But it's bringing with it an age of terror and violence, and these women must find the strength to protect humankind from a devastating threat. So I'm intrigued. Are you intrigued? I'm very intrigued by this, even though I have no idea what's going on. So A Day of Fallen Night, if that sounds good to you as well, you can order it for free down below. It's also available on ebook, and it was published by Bloomsbury Publishing in 2023. And I'm sure that we also have The Priory of the Orange Tree available if you want to start like in publication order. And finally, we have The Cradle of Ice by James Rollins. And this is book 2 of 2 in the Moonfall series. And I think I must have already talked about book 1 on this channel because when I was reading the description of book 1, it sounded super familiar. And now here we are with book 2, so that's exciting. So this is book 2 of 2 in the New York Times best-selling Moonfall series from the thriller master, James Rollins. So it's interesting, he was writing thrillers before. To stop the coming apocalypse, a fellowship was formed. A soldier, a thief, a lost prince, and a young girl were bonded by fate and looming disaster. And I think that kind of covers whatever happened in book 1. Each step along this path has come with a cost, in blood, in loss, and in heartbreak. And now, in book 2, they must split. Oh no. Traveling into a vast region of ice into a sprawling capital of the world they've only known in stories. Time is running out and only the truth will save them all. So The Cradle of Ice was published by Tor Books in 2023 and it's also available on ebook and audiobook. That is all for today's book haul, guys. I hope that you enjoyed this. Let us know down below if you're going to order any of these or if you have any questions because we really love to hear from you. Take care and I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.